Hi everyone, this is Pooji the Yogi here. Thanks so much for joining me on my channel for class today. We're going to have a beginner's Vinyasa flow warrior series. So for those of you who are new to yoga and just looking to learn a little more, deepen your practice a bit, and get started with some really solid foundations for your practice, this is the flow for you. Or I'll be taking you through a warrior series, breaking down the traditional Vinyasa flow and taking you through the steps you need to build your practice. Thanks for joining. Enjoy! Alright everyone, let's start in a seated position. Just an easy seat, legs crossed or one foot in front of the opposite leg. Bring your hands to your knees. Take your spine nice and tall and close your eyes. Scan down your body, starting from your head, scanning down to your toes, just noticing how you feel today. Now draw your attention to your breath. Notice what your breath is doing naturally. Whether it's deep or shallow, how it feels entering and exiting your lungs. And then I'll guide you through deepening your breath and learning the breathing practice that is helpful in guiding us through our physical yoga practice. This would be the Ujjayi breath or victorious breath. So to practice this breath, what you want to do is constrict the throat, almost like you're bringing the roof of your mouth towards the back of your mouth, near your throat, down to meet your tongue. And then breathing through your nose, you should notice a change in sound in your breath. Many people will describe this sound as waves of an ocean coming in towards the beach. And keeping that constriction in the back of the throat, that Ujjayi breath, I will count for your inhale and exhale. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, and exhale for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Let's take it a little deeper. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Relax. Now, as we move through our practice today, try to maintain that Ujjayi breath and that deep, long inhale and exhale. Let your breath guide your movement as we move today. This will be a slower class, but it will be a challenge and hopefully a lot of fun. So stay connected with your breath and enjoy the movement. When you're ready, start to blink your eyes open. And from here, take the fingertips down by your sides. And inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, circle the arms up. And this time, exhale, draw the elbows down, open through the chest. Release the arms down. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, draw the elbows down and back. Release the arms. Inhale, circle the arms up, palms touch. And exhale, take the left hand to the right knee, right hand back behind you. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Hold here for a couple of breaths. And on your next exhale, release. Bring the arms back to center overhead. And exhale, lower the right hand down to the left knee. Left hand comes down behind you. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Beautiful. Release to center, arms overhead. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Now let's take it forward to a tabletop position. So scooch back towards the middle of your mat, bring your hands down in front of you, and bring your knees under your hips. Let's take a couple of cat-cows, warming up the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Cow pose. And exhale, round through the back. Draw the navel to spine, drop your chin to your chest. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round through the back, cat pose. Inhale, lift the chest, release the belly here. And exhale, draw the belly to spine, round the back. Beautiful. Come back to your tabletop position, neutral spine. Now tuck the toes under, walk the feet back so that you come into a plank pose. Good. So you can stay here with your knees up, heels driving back behind you, shoulders over your wrist, and core engaged, of course. Or if this is getting to be too much, drop the knees. Keep the core engaged here and keep a long line from your shoulders, the crown of your head, down towards your knees. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, wherever you are, take it back, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe here. Reconnect to that deep Ujjayi breath. And in your first downward dog, foundationally, you want to make sure that all four corners of your palm are pressing into the mat. Widen your fingers as much as possible. Feet are parallel and hips width. Arms are shoulder width. And extend the legs as much as possible. Try to keep a slight bend in the knees. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Ears are between the biceps. And your gaze is back towards your thighs or your belly button. Beautiful. When you're ready, slowly start to walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Once you're there, bring your feet parallel and lift up halfway, bringing the hands to either the shins or the upper thighs. Long through the back, through the spine. Remembering that your neck is an extension of your spine. So, gaze is down, neck is aligned with your back. Beautiful. And on your next exhale, find a forward fold, slight bend in your knees. inhale, use the strength of your legs to lift you up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center, and release the hands by your sides, mountain pose. So a couple of tips for your mountain pose. You want to make sure your feet are parallel and hips width apart. If you struggle with stability or feel more stable and connected to the ground, stay here. For a little extra balance, you can bring your toes together, heels slightly apart. The thighs are internally rotating, so you're pulling the thighs in this direction. Good. Engaging through the legs. Core is pulled in nice and tight. And then lengthen up through the spine. Shoulders are down and back. Beautiful. Gaze straight ahead. This is your nice and strong mountain pose. Beautiful start, a beautiful foundation for all yoga asanas. You'll find elements of the mountain pose in every single yoga pose. Good. So when you're ready, inhale, circle the arms up and overhead. Palms can touch or hands can stay shoulder width apart. Good. Bring the hands to prayer position, moving through center, and then start to fold forward, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins or thighs. And exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands and step it back to your plank. Good. Now to start, drop the knees. Good. Let's start here. So I'm taking you through the Vinyasa today. So to start, we'll start in high or low plank, knees up or down. In this position, roll your shoulders down and back and let your triceps pull in towards your sides. Good. The elbows are pointing back, fingertips are spread apart just like in your down dog. Good. And keeping your chest lifting forward, spine nice and long, lower down, hug the elbows in, and lower all the way to the ground. Good. Release to the tops of the feet, and lift up to a low cobra. Just lifting the chest, using the muscles of the lower back to pull you up. Beautiful. And exhale, lower back down. Tuck your feet, tuck your toes under, keep your knees grounded, and keeping the elbows pulled into your sides, push up to a low plank. Good. Now lift the knees full plank and take it back, downward dog. Good. Take a breath or two here. Inhale, lift your gaze to the top of your mat and walk or step your feet up to meet your hands. So just taking 2 steps or taking a few steps to make your way here. Follow your inhale up halfway. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, strong through the legs, through the core as you lift the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, let's take it through your Vinyasa a couple more times. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. Exhale, bring it through center and forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And step it back to plank. Good. Take a breath in here. Now this time you can lower the knees again or keep them lifted. Follow your exhale, keeping the elbows tucked in, triceps tucked in to center. Lower all the way down. Good. Untuck the toes, coming to the tops of the feet, and keeping the knees down. Inhale, lift up cobra. You can lift up a little higher this time. So in your cobra, your shoulders are back and down. Good. Your glutes, your lower back, your hamstrings are engaged. and lower back down to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift up to either half plank, low plank, or full plank, knees lifting. And exhale back, downward dog. A couple deep breaths here. And inhale, take the gaze to your hands. Exhale, step the feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful job. And this is Sun Salutation A. So let's take it through Sun A one more time. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, step back to plank. Knees lifted or lowered, high or low plank, your choice. Now let's take it into a chaturanga. So keep the elbows and triceps drawing into the sides, shoulders roll down and back, chest is shining forward. Exhale, lower down halfway. And then inhale, flip to the tops of your feet. Lift your chest, hips stay lifted off the ground, upward facing dog. Beautiful. Same rules as in Cobra. Shoulders are down and back away from the ears. Back body is engaged. And exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. A couple breaths here. And when you're ready, bend the knees, look up to your hands. This time, if you feel comfortable, hop your feet up to meet your hands, or step it as we have been. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up and overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. So let's take this into our next type of sun salutation, Sun Salutation B. And from there, we'll start to work into our warrior practice. So inhale, take the arms up and overhead, extended mountain pose. And then exhale, bend down into the knees, sit the hips back, and hands, arms tilt forward. Good. So we're coming into our chair pose. Again, same as in mountain pose. If your balance is off here, take the feet wider, about hips width. Good. Again, spine is nice and tall. Bring the hips forward. So you're tilting the pelvis forward, taking the sway out of your lower back. Good. It's probably starting to burn. You're doing great. Arms are parallel, biceps squeeze into the ears. And then exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank. Knees down or up, any modification that we've done today that is comfortable for you. So lowering down, chaturanga or all the way to the mat. And then lifting, upward dog or cobra. Knees up, off the mat or down. And exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift the right heel up. Good. Hips stay parallel. Square to the ground. Heel is lifting up, toes are pointing down. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest as you shift forward to a plank. And use the muscles of your core, nice and strong, to step the foot between your hands. Very good. Now, a common problem that people run into is it's difficult to step the foot all the way between the two hands. So if you've stepped here, that's really fine. Just take your right hand, grab your right ankle, and just help it up between the hands. Very good. So from here, lower the back heel down. We're setting up for our warrior one. So you want your back foot at a 45-degree angle to your front foot. So back toes are pointing to the left edge of the mat. Good. Keep the hips square to the front. Bend into the front knee. Make sure the back knee is nice and straight. Very strong. And then inhale, lift the arms overhead. Warrior one. Beautiful, nice and strong pose. If your hips are wanting to move off to the side, bring your hands to your hips and just gently guide them to face the front of the room. Good, reaching the arms overhead, parallel, shoulders roll down and back, and pushing into the outer edge of the back foot. Beautiful, legs nice and engaged. And then exhale, bring the arms down. Bring the hands to frame the front foot and step it back to your plank. Good, so in your plank, again, take any variation, shift forward, heart comes forward, lower down chaturanga or all the way, stop halfway, and then lift up dog or cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Taking our warrior to the other side, lift the left heel up, hips are parallel, facing down to the mat, heels pointed up, toes pointed down, and bend the knee into the chest as you shift forward to plank, and step the foot between the hands. Again, you can use your left hand here to grab onto your left ankle and help your foot come up to the top of your mat, just between your hands. Good, so from here, lower the back heel down. Again, right toes are gonna point towards the right corner of the mat. Good, nice and strong, pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Engage the core, engage the legs, and lift the arms overhead. Good. Again, you can take your hands to your hips and bring your hips square to the front of the room. Arms overhead, arms squeezing in to midline, and legs are squeezing into midline. And follow your exhale, plant your hands to either side of the foot, and step it back to your plank. Good. Take it through your Vinyasa. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lift up dog or cobra. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the gaze to the hands, bend the knees, and step or hop the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, and we're ending where we started. So bend the knees, lift the arms overhead, chair pose. Good, remember, nice long back, feet hips width or toes come together. Arms squeezing into the center. And inhale, lift all the way up. Hands come to heart center. Beautiful job. Okay, so let's build off of that last sequence. So that's our sun salutation B. Let's take it through some more warrior poses. So inhale, circle the arms overhead. Exhale, bend through the knees, chair pose. You got it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank. And follow your exhale to lower down chaturanga. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bend the knee to the chest, shift forward, and step the foot between the hands. Lower the back heel, again at that 45-degree angle, pointing towards the corner. Strong through the legs. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. Good, breathe here. And then bring the hands to the heart. Let's open it out, warrior two. So open, lift up on the back toes, and then open the hips out towards the left. Good, so torso is pointing to the left, and notice my back heel pivoted so that my toes are now facing the side of the room. These toes are still pointing towards the front. Now we have a 90-degree angle, and we're set up for our warrior two. So bend a little lower in the front knee. Look down, make sure the knee isn't tracking out over the toes. And back leg is nice and long, like nice and straight. Good, engage the legs, draw them into midline. And then adding the arms, extending the arms out long. Good, so draw the core in, again, tilt the pelvis forward, and then squeezing the arms back behind you. Looking out over the front arm, past the front hand. Arms are up at shoulder height. Good, nice and strong. So you're engaging almost every part of your body in your warrior two. It's really challenging, especially because I'm making you hold it here for so long. Very good. So from our warrior two, we're going to take it into a reverse warrior. So reach the right arm out long in front of you until you can't reach anymore. Stay bent in the front leg. Flip the palm. So palm is facing up, and act like you're scooping something up and over your head. Good. Right hand is pointing towards the back of the room now, and left hand tracks down your back leg. Lift your gaze up to the crease of your elbow. Beautiful. And then inhale, use your core to lift back up to warrior two. Beautiful job. From here, bring it to a crescent pose. So we're going to swoop the back arm to meet the front, pivot up on the back toes. Hips are going to come face forward like they were in warrior one, and arms parallel crescent. Very good. Now a little balance challenge. We're taking it into warrior three. So to start, bring your hands to your heart. Next, bring the weight onto the front leg as you step the back toes up towards the front of the mat. Stop a little bit short of the front foot. Very good. So we're going to start setting up for our warrior three. Your balance should mostly be in your right foot. Lift onto your left big toe. Good. And start to bring the weight more into the right foot as you lean the chest forward. And then if this is enough and you're starting to lose your balance here, if this is more than enough for you, then hold it right here. You can reach the arms out in front of you as well. And if you want to try to go for the full warrior three, start to bring the chest forward and lift the left heel up and back behind you. Good. So you're one parallel line. So from your head to your heel, parallel to the ground. Hands can stay here. They can reach back behind you. They can reach out to the sides, or they can reach in front of you. Keep your gaze at one specific point on the ground, something that's not moving. Put all your focus there. Beautiful. And then slowly start to bend through the front knee. Let the back toes find the mat and lift the arms overhead. Beautiful job. Back to your crescent pose. And then and exhale, bring your hands down to frame the front foot, step it back to plank. Lower down chaturanga or all the way. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, take the hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, lift the left foot up, left heel is pointing up to the side, toes pointing down, hips parallel. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest, shift forward to plank, and then step the foot into the hand, giving a little assistance as needed. Drop the back heel, point the toes to the right corner of the mat, and then lift the arms overhead. Warrior one. Beautiful. Bring the hands to center. Lift up on the back toes, and then turn the torso and hips towards the right. Lower the back heel down, toes now pointing towards the side. Good. And look down, make sure your front heel lines up with the middle of the back foot. Bend down a little deeper into the front knee. Make sure it's not tracking out over the toes. And then when you're ready, add the arms. Good. Core drawn in, nice and strong, hips tucked forward, legs engaged. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Looking out past the front arm. Good. Notice your feet grounding down. The two sides of the heel, the two sides of the balls of the feet. Spread your toes out wide, giving you extra space to grip the ground. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, sweep the back arm to meet the front arm, pivot on the back toes. Bring the arms overhead, crescent pose. Very good. Facing the front. Bring the hands down to the heart. Let's take it into a warrior three. So start to step the back toes up to the front of the mat, stepping short a couple feet. Very good. Now, core is engaged. Start to bring your balance onto the left foot. Maybe lifting up just on the right big toe. If that's enough, stay here. Maybe add the arms. Or if you're going for your full warrior three, start to tilt forward, lifting the right leg. Toes are pointing down, heels pointing up. Nice long line. Beautiful. And then any hand variation. Hands at your heart, back behind you, out to the side, or out overhead. Remembering to keep your focus on one point on the ground. Something unmoving, draw all your focus there. And remember your deep breath. Beautiful. Start to lower the back toes down, bending through the front knee, coming back to your crescent pose, and lowering the hands to frame the front foot. Beautiful. Exhale, step it all the way back to your downward dog. A couple deep breaths here. And then lift onto your tiptoes, drop the knees down to the mat. Bring your hips down towards your heels, finding a child's pose. Walking the fingertips out in front of you, and let your forehead relax to the ground. And start to lift back up to your tabletop position. Take your feet over to one side and let your hips drop back to your mat. Beautiful job with our warrior series, friends. Let's take a couple of nice relaxing stretches to cool down the body, work a little more into our flexibility now that our muscles are nice and warm. So to start, let's take the feet out in front of you. Legs out long, legs parallel, toes pointing up. Pointing the toes up helps you to engage the front of your legs. Good. With the fingertips by the hips, lift the spine, take a breath in. And then exhale slowly, start to walk the hands forward. Reaching for whatever is accessible to you, whether that's the thighs, the ankles, the shins, or the feet and toes. Whatever you grab is perfect for your body. If you have a little trouble here with reaching forward, if even sitting up straight is hard for you, you may need to help your hips to roll forward. So you can take a block if you have one, or a rolled up towel or folded up blanket under your hips to sit on. That'll help you lean forward more into your hips. Good, so breathe here. Keeping your quads, the tops of your legs engaged. And leading with the chest to move forward, keeping your back nice and straight. Keeping your head tall. And when you're ready, exhale, release the feet, walk the hands back up the legs, sitting tall. And then moving into a cobbler's pose, so bring the soles of the feet together. The feet can be any distance from the hips. They can be right up against the hips or a foot or two out, whatever feels good to you. So wherever you are, take hold of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest. And then again, keeping the spine nice and tall. Exhale, lead with the chest as you fold forward. Fold forward any amount, just until you start to feel it stretch. You can take your hands to the sides of your feet. And here your elbows might be pushing against the inner thighs. That can help you if you need a little help deepening the pose. And I love this stretch because your thumbs are right in the position to give yourself a little foot massage. You did a lot of good work today, so reward yourself. Just working the bottoms of your feet, giving yourself a little self-love. That's what this practice is all about. Just a few more breaths here. Use your next inhale to draw your chest back up out of this pose. And bring your legs again out long, roll down onto your back all the way. Good, be nice and gentle here. And bring the right knee into the chest. Use the left hand to guide the right knee over to the left. Reach the right arm out long beside you. Maybe take the gaze over the right hand. Exhale, guide the knee back to center. And then switch sides. Hug the left knee in. Right leg reaches out long. Use the right hand to guide the knee over to the right. And then reach the left arm out long, taking the gaze out over the left. Nice spinal twist to end our practice today. Bend the knee back into center. Tuck both knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, squeezing every inch of your body, lifting your head to your knees, giving yourself a tight squeeze. And then exhale, release everything down to the mat. Entering the most sacred of all of the yoga poses, Shavasana. Let your feet fall wide open. Let your arms relax by your sides. Take up space. Use these last few moments to scan down your body once more. Using your breath to help release any lasting tension in your body. Allowing yourself to relax fully into the ground. You're completely supported, and you can let go. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, start to bring some small, gentle movements into your fingers, your toes. Start rocking the head from side to side. Reach the arms overhead, bring the feet together. Take a full body stretch like you're waking up in the morning. And then rolling over onto one side. Keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to a seat. An easy seat, just like at the beginning of practice. And then bring your hands to your heart. Thank you all so much for being here with me today, for taking this class, trusting me to guide you through your practice, whether it's the beginnings of your practice or you are a seasoned practitioner. It's my honor to be alongside you in your yoga journey as you are in mine. The light in me is so grateful for the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me for this class today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please share with anybody you think could benefit from this practice. Please subscribe to this channel, like the channel, and just keep showing up for your practice. And thank you so much for joining me today.